So currently there's an issue with the starter code provided for Project 3 that I'm sure some of you have discovered in relations to the videoprocessor.cpp class. By default, it comes with this video path to the sample.mp4 folder file. But as I'm sure some people have come to realize, due to the fact that when members of your group clone this repository to different locations, their individual path to the video file will maybe end up to be different than yours. So what that means is that every time someone commits a new change and tries to push to the server, this path will be updated almost every single time, and you'll need to replace it with what's specific to your system. We're gonna inside this video solve this issue today through the use of a private header file that won't be tracked by Git. So first things first, what we're going to do is open our .gitignore file. I will be using Nano for this. Scroll down to the very bottom and tell Git that we don't want it to track a private .h file. This .h file does not currently exist, but it will be used to store the video path and anything else that is unique to a user rather to a group. So now that we've accomplished that, what we can do is go to File, New File or Project, select a C or C++ header file, click Choose, and we can name it private.h. And we don't want to add it to Git because we do not want this file to be tracked. So once the warning goes away, when there we are, Qt finishes updating, what we can do here is define a variable or a global macro that'll be used to store the location of the video file. So let's just call it p3_opencv_vid, and this macro will be given a value of whatever it needs to be. So if you're using a webcam, you can set this value to 0 or whatever your webcam ID is, or if you have the video, you can replace that and set it equal to your specific path to the sample.mp4 video file. By storing this inside of a pound-defined macro, what we can do is really simplify the code in the videoprocessor.cpp file to no longer have to worry specifically about a path. Instead, it can take this macro that it gets from our private.h file, and then whenever a user has a different path than the default, what they can do is just adjust it here and set it to whatever is necessary. So as we see right now, it's set to video sample mp4. And what I'm going to do is build this program, and we'll see that the code still works even though it is set to this. I'm going to pause the recording just due to the fact that building takes a little while. So we can see that it's finished building, and if we run it, we should see, hopefully, that the video just works. Perfect. What this means now, and if I really wanted to use a webcam instead, or for example, I have mine stored in a different location, we can change this to, let's say, a webcam and build it and run the file. We can see that it uses the webcam instead simply by changing this one variable on this line of code here. So if, for example, I am working with Isaac on this project and he has his stored in some completely other location than what I do. So let's say his is stored in up 4 folders from where we are. His is stored within the dev, build, videos, sample.mp MP4. By just adjusting this, he's able to implement all of the features he needs to work on without adjusting this videoprocessor.cpp file, and therefore not mess with my pathing system that I already have within mine. So because of that, it really simplifies and hopefully solves an issue that will probably arise of pushing different paths to different locations. This code will not be in the repository, but rather something local to your system. So every single user is going to need to go through the process of creating a private.h file and passing and pound defining a path to this specific variable name. One user will have to git ignore and add the private.h and the variable here, but besides that, everyone else, when they are working on the code, will just need to make sure that they have a path within this file. So to finish off this video, what we can do is look at Git and see that this new private.h file, because we git ignored it, doesn't exist here. So what we can do is git add dot to git add everything in the current working directory. To git status, we can see that that has started to work, and if we can just commit the code saying added private header file to store sample.mp4 video location. And then now that we've done this, all we need to do is push, and the code should hopefully just work, as everyone loves to say. Let me know if anyone has issues with this on the Slack. I'm willing to help out, and let me know at all if anyone has any questions about Project 3 and what to work on or where to go from here. So thank you for your time, and have a good rest of your day.